Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lizabeth, and I'm living in the light by sharing my healthy lifestyle, my ups and downs, my struggles, the things that I've gone through. For those of you who have been around, you know that I lost 160 pounds following Optavia's 5-in-1 plan. I went through transition, I went into maintenance, and then I started struggling. And part of the struggle for me is I don't do processed foods, which means I went off of their fuelings. That's not an option for me to go back and do that. And I will say right up front, I love Optavia. It works. I lost 160 pounds. I will forever be grateful for it. But my personal preference for my body is to not eat processed foods on a regular basis. And so because of that, I tried moving into whole food sources, and at the recommendation of my doctor, I went to eating 3 times a day instead of 6 to allow my body to focus on other functions aside from digestion, as there are things that my body needed to work on. And so I've gone to eating just 3 meals a day. And in that, I have gained weight. And that's a frustration for me because I worked very, very hard to lose it. And in this whole process, I have also discovered that my metabolism does not burn the way that it should. So according to the calculators that tell you what your body should burn for your height, your weight, your age, your activity level, I should be able to burn over 1,800 calories in a day, and I cannot eat more than 1,100 calories without gaining weight. So that's a really big difference, and that level of eating at 1,000 to 1,100 calories a day is really not healthy for the long term as far as being able to exercise. And so have been struggling to try to find something. I tried on my own, just trying to figure things out. Some of you who have been around know that I went to V-Shred for a few weeks, and that was not a good fit. And so I've just been playing around with some things. But if you're interested in following more healthy lifestyle videos, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that thumbs up button and give me a like on the video. For everybody, that really does help me. It costs you nothing, and it means everything to me as somebody who just lives off of, or who finds love in, words of affirmation. So what did I decide to do? Well, I have gone back to, or I'm going back to, just for the month of September, something that I dearly love and was very effective for me. As a matter of fact, back in 2017, I did Whole30 for actually 90 days instead of just the 30 days. I did a round of 30, I took a break, and then I did 3 rounds of 30. And I lost 75 pounds doing that. It really is it's not intended to be a weight loss program. Whole30 is really just eating whole food sources, but it's an elimination diet. So you eliminate from your diet for those 30 days all sugar, all forms of sugar. So no Splenda, no sugar, period. No honey, no maple syrup, nothing. It eliminates all grains, so oats, wheat, all those grains, including corn, all legumes, so all beans except for green beans, but all like peas and lentils, and any bean would be a legume, and all dairy. Those things are completely eliminated from your diet. And that means even when you buy something like salad dressing or mayonnaise or teriyaki sauce or soy sauce, all of those things have to be taken into consideration. As a matter of fact, soy sauce, because it's made with soy, which is a legume, is also not allowed. So there's no soy on this product, on this program either, which might be something that's interesting to others as well. I would encourage you to get the book. That has all of the explanations on it. You really can only find like a minimal explanation on their webpage, but you can find recipes and pretty much anything that you could eat as a lean and green on Optavia, with the exception of some of the condiments that you would use, you'd have to alter, but the recipes themselves actually would work fine. Just if you're, instead of soy sauce, you would have to use coconut aminos instead. So there are some adjustments that you would have to make, but it does actually work really well. So my plan here is just to do this for the 30 days of September. So I'd like to be able to maybe drop 10 pounds in the next month. We'll see what actually happens. The great thing about Whole30 is you don't weigh the entire month. So this morning I stepped on the scale, I did all of my measurements, and then I put the scale away in my closet, and I'm not going to touch it for 30 days. And for those of you who know me and have been around, you know that I am a weigh myself twice a day girl. Like morning, first thing when I get up, nighttime right before I go to bed. That is a habit of mine, and that is a habit that is breaking this month. The other habit that I am breaking is eating right before bed. So that habit is one that I developed on Optavia, which really is not a good habit to really eat right before bed. And so I am not going to be doing that, which will be good. Eating 3 times a day, but if I need a snack, I can have a snack. Fruit is an option. One thing that you can have there are some bars if you want something that's like you want a quick bar. You can get the ones that are made with just like dates and nuts and egg whites, like those. I can't remember what they're called, but Aldi actually has a brand that's pretty good, and then you can buy them in the grocery store. You can find those bars that are just like dates and nuts, no sugar included, no honey, things like that. So that's my plan for the next 30 days. I will be checking. I'm going to do some recipe videos. I'm going to do some other like day in the life kind of things. And so I'm going to continue this video by kind of a day in the life type video. And I'm probably not going to show like all the exercises and stuff that I do, but I am going to show you a few. I'm either going to do a Move with Nicole video, which I really love. They're like simple Pilates. She has like easy ones and then some that are a little bit more in depth. Or since it's Sunday morning, I may just do a yoga video and then ride my recumbent bike, and then I'm going to have some breakfast. So join me today and see what I get up to. The first thing that I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to get my sweet potatoes into the oven. So I've got my oven preheating at 425. I'm just going to put a little bit of avocado oil spray, and then I find you can peel your sweet potatoes if you want to. I usually just peel off the skin once I get ready to eat it. So I'm just going to cut these into about 1/2 inch rounds. You could do it as planks if you want to cut them the long ways that way. Try to do this without cutting off my thumb. So I just want, roughly 1 inch rounds, and I'm going to lay these out on a baking sheet, and I'm going to throw them in the oven, and they're going to bake for about 30 minutes, and they should be nice and soft, and they are what I am going to use for my avocado toast, and I will have enough for several breakfasts. So the one thing that I do try really hard to do when I do Whole30 is to do some food prep and to make things that I can use multiple times instead of just cooking 3 meals a day every single day, which can be challenging and is actually one of the reasons why I didn't do Whole30 the first time when I went to lose all of the weight originally, is because it does take a lot of food prep time. And if you don't know, I don't have a dishwasher, so I am the dishwasher, and when I bake and cook, it takes a lot of dishes, and I am the one that has to wash them all. So I kind of resisted it, but I'm going to, this time around, just do some more food prep and try to save myself some time. So I'm going to throw these in the oven, and while these are cooking, I am going to do a gentle yoga video, and then I'm going to ride my recumbent bike, so I'll be back. I'm actually going to give them a spritz of avocado oil on the top, and then a little sprinkle of some salt. This is Redmond real salt, so it's got lots of minerals in it. It's really good for you. If you've never used it before, highly recommend. I'm going to finish my coffee. Good morning. I am about to adjust the angle, so I'm sorry for this weird angle on my camera, but I am going to do a resistance band workout. I just find them on YouTube. I find a variety of them. I try to do something different all the time. Monday and Thursday is my resistance band day. Tuesday and Friday is my full body workout day. Wednesday is kind of my rest day. I will try to get a walk in, but because I watch grandkids on Wednesday, I don't always have time for a workout in the morning. And then Saturday is Pilates, Sunday is yoga. That's kind of my workout routine and what I have been doing. So I do try to get in like a 30-minute workout on those 4 days, actually 6 days, and then I try to get a ride on my recumbent bike in as well. So I'm going to do a resistance band workout. I'm not going to record the whole thing because my phone can't handle that long of a video all at once. And then so I'll just show you bits and pieces of the resistance band workout. My sweet potatoes have cooked. They took about 30 minutes. And then as you can see, I've taken off the skin. So it's super easy. You just peel it off. Sometimes you lose a little bit of potato. If you like the taste of sweet potato skins, more power to you. But I take it off. So I did about 8 rounds. So it was about a third of those 4 sweet potatoes that I cut up originally. And then I did 2 over easy eggs that I cooked in a little bit of, oops, wait a minute. Nope, before I do that, first thing I'm gonna do is my avocado. So half of an avocado, and then you can just cut it in slices if you want to. I like to really make it mushier, I guess. So the easiest way for me to do it is to cut it in, I cut it in, you know, lengthwise and then widthwise, and then I do diagonal both directions. And that just makes really tiny pieces. And this is especially good if your avocado is not quite ripe. This one is actually in pretty good condition. Also, just a word about avocados. I wait until they are almost ripe and then I stick them in the refrigerator, and they honestly last much longer that way. And then when I use a half of an avocado, I use the half without the pit and I put the half that has the pit into a Ziploc bag, and I end up using it the next day or the day after, so there's plenty of, it doesn't turn brown. And a little bit of brown isn't gonna hurt you. So the eggs, over easy. And then I'm gonna put just a little bit of salsa on top. This is Mateo salsa. Always read the ingredients. This would be Whole30 approved because it's tomatoes, water, jalapeno, garlic, salt, cilantro, red wine vinegar, spice, and lemon juice. So that's all Whole30 approved. Just a little bit of salsa on top. And that's my breakfast. So I'm just getting back from church and I'm gonna go and make lunch, but I'm not gonna record it. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put a picture in here, but what I'm gonna do is mix a can of tuna with some Whole30 compliant mayonnaise, which is just an avocado oil mayonnaise. Primal Kitchen makes one. I like the one that's made by Chosen. You can get it at lots of different places, including Costco. And then I'm gonna have lots of romaine and cherry tomatoes and cucumbers. And I also made some turkey bone broth recently, and so I'm gonna have a cup of that as well, just to kind of increase the protein. And that is going to be my lunch today. I'll probably drizzle it with a little bit of avocado oil and maybe a splash of red wine vinegar, some salt and pepper on the salad part, and that should be good for my lunch. Feeling good, feeling strong, drinking lots of water. I'll be back to talk about dinner. So the first thing that I'm going to prep tonight is my broccoli. We're gonna have some roasted broccoli. So all I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna cut the base of the stem off, just so I don't have the dry pieces. And then I just cut my broccoli into stems. And basically I just twist around and slice off one or two pieces. That one I might do two because it's a little small. And you can leave them in long pieces, or you can cut the stems off if you don't like the stems. But frankly, I don't mind the stems, and I just don't want the big pieces at the end. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing for this one. So just pop off the ones on the outside so that's kind of just like a spiral. You just keep turning and cutting them off. And you can roast any vegetable. It's so simple. It's basically the same temperature regardless of the vegetable. I do everything at like 375. Sometimes I might do it a little hotter than that, but 375 is a great temperature, and it takes 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put on just a little bit of avocado oil and a little bit of salt. Not much. You can always add salt. You can't take it away. And I'm just gonna give it a little toss. And incidentally, those of you on Whole30, I roasted vegetables without any oil at all the time. So you really don't need the oil, but it does add a little nice flavor. So if you can have it, add it. And just arrange them kind of in a single layer on the pan. And that's good to go for my side dish for dinner tonight. And the last thing I'm gonna do here while the broccoli is cooking, so the broccoli is gonna take 30 minutes. The salmon's only gonna take 15, so I have 2 racks in my oven. I have my oven preheated to 375. The broccoli is already in, and after it's been in for about 30 minutes, I will add the salmon and continue cooking for another 15 minutes, and dinner will be done. So this is Primal Kitchen teriyaki sauce. This is Whole30 friendly. And I just put some on there and give it a little brush to spread it around. And then we're gonna have teriyaki salmon and broccoli. My husband is going to have some wild rice and quinoa blend that I have left over in the refrigerator. So he's gonna have that with his, but I'm just going to have a portion of salmon and some broccoli. I will show you my plate. And again, with Whole30, one thing that I love about Whole30 is that there's no measuring, there's no weighing. You measure and weigh yourself on the very first day, and then you don't step on the scale or measure or weigh yourself at all, and you don't measure or weigh your food at all. So that's what I really love about the program, is that I don't have to measure things, I don't have to count things, I don't have to write things down. I just have to eat good food, and you eat until you're satisfied. And it does take a few days to get into the swing of things. There's actually like this little calendar of, the first few days you might be feeling a little sluggish, and that's just because of you're getting rid of sugars in your body, and the same old that we all go through. But about 2 weeks in, you really start to feel the energy. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I will continue to let you know how I am doing on the program. I probably will not be posting videos every day because it does take a lot of my time to record and to edit, but I did want to share with you this first day. And then you can follow me on Instagram, Living in the Light. You can follow me, I have a Living in the Light page on Facebook, and I will be sharing my meals there as well, and some other insights and stuff as I go along. If you don't know anything about Whole30, you can find a lot of information online. You can read some excerpts and stuff. I would strongly encourage you to get the book and read it. You can find lots of recipes, but really it's technically not a weight loss program, and they will tell you that right up front. That's not the goal, is not for you to lose weight, but it is to allow your body to eliminate the things that can be problematic for some people. Doesn't mean that it's problematic for all. No foods are good and bad. There's one thing I love that they say is that there's no morality attached to food. All food is good, and you just have to learn what is good for you and what works for you. So you're eliminating all sugars and sugar alternatives. You are, with the exception of fruit juice concentrate, you're eliminating all grains, all legumes, with the exception of peas and green beans, and you're eliminating all dairy. So I'm looking forward to this for 30 days. I've done it before. I've done it many times. My body responds really well to it. I always feel very strong when I do a round of Whole30, and then it's just trying to teach myself new habits so that once I reintroduce foods, that I can continue to eat in a healthy way. So I'm looking forward to this, and I will show you my plate, but I am not going to come back later and share anything else with you for the day. But I look forward to sharing more things with you at a later date. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments box down below. I'm going to try to do better at responding to those. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It just really encourages me to see that. And until I see you next time, please live in the light.